How are we doing, people? Today is Sunday. Hey, it's quite warm still. Anyway, what are we going to talk about? Let's do a Diaspora series, chapter 30, I think 31. 31. So the story so far, we are on 2012. I'm in Uganda on a brief hiatus. It was something that just came up. It was a family related. There was no reason for me. I could have gone to the US, I could have gone anywhere. Then I said, let me make this journey. That's how I find myself in Uganda during the summer break. July, August. Because I remember I came back in September. Yeah, I came back September. We were beginning the third semester. I think September 28th. Yeah, September 28th. It's a long time ago, people. So, returning back to Uganda it was after 8 years. 8 long years. I remember. So, via, what's this airline called? It passes Doha. Mujimani? Emirates? No. I couldn't take Emirates again. I had the privileged card with them. What is it called? Qatar Airways. Qatar Airways. Mujimani? It's got a very, very big 777. Very huge. Took off from London here in the afternoon. It was a 3 p.m. flight, I remember, 3 p.m. Hello, I'll see you inside, eh? And then we arrived in Doha 7 hours later. It was at night. The stopover was 7 hours because we had to leave in the morning. We arrived there around 10 in the evening. The airport was under intense renovation. There was so much going on. I had never seen that kind of mega construction going on. And they took care of us because it was a long stopover, 6-7 hours. But you see a lot happening, learning a lot. Then they gave us somewhere to sleep, those who wanted to sleep. And then early in the morning, they prepare boarding, taking off, arriving. There's a time difference. Hold on a minute. I arrived in Uganda in the morning, 6:30. Yeah. It was at 6:30 in the morning, early morning. The flights that land early in the morning. Yeah, because I remember seeing the aerial view of Uganda, more or less like coming across via Kenya. You see the morning light coming up until we got into the borders of Uganda. Then as we got to Entebbe Airport, I could see everything from below. Very nice view. Those who haven't flown wouldn't understand this experience. It was the same experience I had when I first came to London. We spent 2 hours airborne around London, circulating around London, before we were cleared for landing. It was a very heavy snowstorm that day. Are we good? Kakati, when I landed at Entebbe Airport, I had the hotel people waiting for me. Mkwano gwange Kizito. Kizito is one of my rich friends. In a hotel. I had the offer agenda kunsuza for 1 month. I'd already paid up everything, and it was to collect me to organize for a pickup at the airport. Kakati, when I arrived at the airport that morning, a lot of people are waiting for me. I had to choose. Kati one, because people had made an effort to come, those who knew who I was coming, Bunene was sent. I gave them money. Just told them, let me deal with who? With one person. Kati convoy is to come via the airport in Tebe to Kampala. Then they went their own ways. So, but I had to go straight to Mukono Global Junior Academy. Nagala ndabe mutabani wange. Kati ngenda bagulira ebyaliwo bye mutamanyi. Kubanga kati people just said kegus. Kakati mama omwana oyo yali afudde. The mom to my firstborn child, Chilaba, she had passed away that very year, April. Imagine the same date, the same day and month, my mom passed away in 1998. After the debacle, call it a debacle because it just happened. The year before, let me take you back again. The year before, in 2011, we had not been communicating because I had moved on. So I kept my distance. I had set her up. One, I put up in business, a boutique. Plaza. She was one of the first tenants there. I paid a lease, goodwill, something on those lines. $1. Then she stocked up the whole shop. And I regularly gave her maintenance. Pound bisatu buli mwezi, DFC bank. Mukwano gwange mwite girlfriend wange. Manager mbuli yali nyamuja mutegeera. Yali manager mu bank. Nga buli mwezi, on top of everything, she would go and be given £300, which was about 1.5 million, to supplement her. December the 28th, I remember that was the last day I was closing for that semester at uni. Now with a sim direct from Kampala. Patrick, we need to talk. And she was in the shop. Let me go, no, don't worry. Let me call you back. We talked for about 1 hour. Because remember, I was in the campus. Came out, sat somewhere outside the buildings. She was sick. I didn't know, but she was talking to me. Later on, she says to me, she gave the phone to one of her friends. The girl, I think she was working in the shop. So we continued talking about the business, talking about many things we were talking about. So she didn't come back to the phone, which was very, very strange. I was asking myself. Now she was talking to me. We talked about so many things. She was building a house in Nabwero. Oh, that is my land. I gave her money, do this. Now, I didn't call her back. Christmas, it was the 20th of December, 2011. Come 2012, by April, I remember that day I didn't take a car. I didn't drive to uni. I took the train. I come out of the station. Then my phone, I received a text message. Was it a WhatsApp message? I don't even remember. It was a WhatsApp message. Her sister had sent me a message saying that Beatrice has passed away. I said, what? Passed away? You know, you don't always get these details. You don't always get the full picture. You don't always get the full information. People will only give you just, something has happened. Okay. So I knew it was, of course, bad news. And started thinking what's going on. I didn't have the full picture of anything, and I didn't want to know at that point. So what I did, I put together my resources. So I said, okay, right. Where there's a center, collaborate, blah, 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 oh, fine, that's not a problem. But what happened? There she was in hospital, she had been admitted, I didn't know. Okay, fine. I'll come to Uganda. And that decision, I made it there straight away. So they did their funeral and did everything. So after that, you know, these things happen in families. So my son ends up staying with my sister in Nabweru, same area. Nabweru is a division in Kawempe. Nzengulayo amatakeyo many years ago. Akati akwaze nabikolanga because ngoli muwa sente kola kino. I didn't care, man. I didn't say, I always had this laissez-faire attitude towards what? Towards money. Akati I continued with my studies up to June. By then I had already bought the ticket. Nina katukuda Uganda, unannounced. Kegusi. Ngandina mumisomo jange, ndi fully engaged. Ati when come away Uganda, that's how I end up going to the school, Global Junior Academy. Kakati ahanecha sinabagamba. I was paying all the tuition fee annually. Technically, she was just depending on me. Nenga, I don't know what was going on in her private life. Sadly, I was not in her private life at all. I have even a card she wrote to me many years ago. I just checked it today, last night. 20 years ago, she sent me a card blaming me for abandoning her. Nenga akakati banana. Mutemanyi bintu nozemba bulire ebintu temanyi. Ibyali biwanvu nnyo. Kakati in Uganda ngeze kusomero blah blah blah. You know they are. Most of the staff there didn't even know me, but they used to hear about me that I'm a father to one of the kids there. So I saw the teachers, Mr. Onyango, whatever his name was, things like that. And I'm about 2-3 years at the school, and then. As it were, I began my holiday in Kampala, which was going to be full of. But Kampala had changed a lot. Many places you knew. Every plaza, different people knew that kind of. So I retired to my hotel. Etana Hotel, Frobel Road, Ntinda. I stayed there, Frobel Road, top floor with the view of the road. By then there was a Shell petrol station across the road and all that. That's the experience of Kampala. At then, the paperwork. For visa application, iyo mwana oyo nti ajera ndani kati visa yange nga eriko kyebayita family reunion. Era when I was in Uganda, I engaged one of the lawyers there. Nene nabifula biwanvu nnyo nga sijibya child adoption tabitega bya mugamba. Nandi akosete mchirivu nnyo ezazifaako. Nene ati I'll come back here and I engage my lawyer. I have a lawyer here. Omuntu gane lawyer wo. Oyane lawyer wa ku defending abakolera ebintu byotamanyi. It's not like you know everything, but you need that arm of the law, so things like that. Akati tugenda maaso. Ekyali kinkomezaawo e Uganda was to have disclosure. Olwo mbabuuza nti kakati mwaye mukozi olumbe nti nedda mumanyi ebyaffe Okay, fine. Let's have something in place. Era ne sente nzinazisonda oba nazinazitoola nengende Masaka kulumbe mayon was a million in mekasi tugenda kakati ne bitu byaffe everything sister w'omukulu yali classmate wange Bakere High ne brother w'omuto yali below me Bakere High katondozola ekintu kifuuka more like Kegus saaliyo kiraba mwe temwamanya temwaliyo. You were not there when this love affair came about. Kiraba nze kati manyumiza bintu byennyini nenkomawo after the ati ne Masaka. In fact bwemba mwasoma story ya Bettina, there is a chapter we go to Masaka. Wakati abantu bintu babitako bisi nabaga always things that are written are always where the facts are. 1999 mujukira accident ye Buama accident na bemodoke echugo. It was a rollover in the ditch, surviving narrowly and then ending up in Mulago Hospital. Mwena tuwimani ntikego seria afunya kwene kwa accident. A near miss. It rolled. So going back to Masaka Road, Buama. Ati Buama we wali university ya Nkozi. Uganda Matters University kati mujita Matters University. It used to be called Nkozi TTC. Jia dia somela. No, we go to Masaka for the room. They were happy to see me. The whole family. Her family respected me. Wakati ye alina sija kuchogera Bobby because she's rest in peace. Naye she went haywire. Yalaruka waya chamu kubaya zenamuteka musente. Omanye okubeera awo nga tona kyo kiyemu. That was the battle. That was the battle. When I got them 1998. 1998, Yaliwo was behind the shadows. 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001. 2000 ngeno kujera ndani ngajali era twali fena kuchisawe. Bumba mujukira scandal, the scandal at the airport. Yali part of that drama. Hey, you people. Kati nze mbabuli ebintu byange. Kati people are asking me, bana bonna abakazi abakulwanira Kegusi, what's going on? Nabagamba nti yali ayingidde ekintu ky'ataategeera. Yalemerako bameka abaali banjagadde nga tebalina kasigiri. It was not rocket science, you know what I mean? It wasn't rocket science. Ayama jagamba nti yali mwana muto. So you know misleadinga. Namusomesa. Mumanyi abana abo wala ku university ebyetago byabwe. How many parents know nti abana abobuwala babera mugende ku university mulabe bulamu babeeramu mugende ku university nzinamukwata ne mujja mu student hall ne mupangisiriza nze omukukuba asooka okuteeka ozina leta ebintu ebyo ebyabawala okubapangisiriza za apartment. Abakula begomba ati that is 98, 99. Kati nabagamba nti the more successful I became, the more problems I saw. People want to stake, or people want to stake on what is around you. kiraba kegusi and that is kati kiri bwe kiti kati olwo nfunye visa ekomawo nga student nenkola pate nenkwata all my cousins family yonna nembagamba bwe munamuwa $500,000 go to the salon and also buy a dress mbatwala out. Hey, eyo yali scandal nayo ndala kamunye nezisonga tuyingira Angenois twatandikira Wandegea mujukira ground zero chicken tonight. Now Wandegea was my territory. Nganje fuga kasa omugaga yingiddewo mjabaga mu video. The whole place would come to a standstill. Tweyongerayo and then we ended up in Angenois. Angenois was a discotheque, the one you call Governor. Kamunyenga ziparkinga baba natuyingira ha twakuba dance nenga tebamanyi. They did not know that I'm leaving. Oh, that night was wild. Word went around that Kegos is in town. Kegos was in town and Ayaka. But the next day, tuli mu nyumba twebase ffenna kuba twakomawo ffenna ne tugwa bugwi. Mbandi awo ng'ayu atuuse egati ono nyeki nga ndinawo obumaamu aikia Mungu nga ndina buma sijjukira kujjukira awo nga mu buliri bwange mu kisenge balinga bana manga kiri kyali kikambwe kale bye mbagamba nti yalaba bingi naye kati ebyabakazi byabakazi kakati olwo lwe lunaku kati on the 4th of February Sunday, the next day I was going to Uganda. I was coming to the UK. Tasuze yes fula bali bafuluma bagenda. At the end of the day, you had to go back to their places, whatever. Ona Yesula. Netuyomba, Patrick, Olimba Kazi. The argument went far and beyond. Not as in arguing, but it was just challenging for her. Why to settle in that? UK. I'm going to UK. Encha. Twasula fenna. Kati mbagamba bwe buto. Oli wa kugamba nti the best sex is after an argument. Era byonna ebivaamu usually biba byebyo. Teyafuna lubuto. Naye nze saamanya. Kati 2001 ndi mu America bwe mmanya. Nababulira ebintu bino nali mu America. Ne mweza $10,000 Western Union. Ne yambuulira abuzaayo emyezi 2. Ate mukwano gwe yampereza message eyo. Nali bankubye ekkuba kyo. Bituse bitadde mulwadde alina mu ddwaliro agenda kuzaala. Agenda kuzaala. Biriddawo ebyo. So that's how the news came about. Bino ebintu bino byonna binyumiza bituufu. That then begins another direction. I would return from the US after 9/11? 9/11, not originally in November, America. Come away UK, continue with my studies. In December, nenyingira Kampala. Ye visa gye nabagamba gye nalina. bingi nnyo bye mutamanyi. Era abantu bonna bayewuunya nnyo Kegusa azadde omwana. Natambulanga n'omwana oyo mu Kampala wonna, Mateyo si, Nando si, whatever, anywhere, buli omu nga najja n'ebintu n'ebisawo ebirungi. Guys, man, I'm telling you, whoa. Kati, another battle begins. Omulabati buli mukazi bw'alaba ebintu ng'ebyo naye ayagala omuzaalemu. Kegosi nze ngenda kuzaalira omwana, Kegosi nkuwa omwana, nange nannabaana wange. Emboozi eno mpanvu, ndagibamalirayo bulungi nnyo. Kampala. It was a very, very big shock. Kegosi, you've not been around. You're in the UK. What I can't remember. I'm looking at So, but jackpot, but Miss Uganda contestants, but wow, Nabona Jaring is a new Yamala Nabona, Yamalabanga. Gaba Tiaga. Pomaliba Funamunyo, because I was elevating or supporting their careers. Where are all those beautiful girls Kegus used to hang around with? I was with Same Bomboka that Christmas time. By Christmas, I remember I came December 10th. Over to Atabukachi, over to Ayoma, when I came back in December. When I came back in December, the baby was about 2 months old. And I'm going to Jango Benage, come and stay with me. Where would you joke with me? And I would turn down everything we had to be going to Samebi to get down Bombo Road out. There was a shop dealing in Biabana, Chalambabazi. It was a very nice shop to go everything. So I remember she stayed with me. Of course, Nabuse was saying, you are joking, man. Don't joke around. Ali Munyumba. I can't say Patrick. I don't get it. Abanonya and Abanonya. Kate nyumba ya afia this split into two mabega and the main house. The main house was empty. To Jing and got to suffer in nyumba. So it's a family house. It's my mom's house. Or the three impeded way. So yeah, you. No, by the way, Charlie. Muja kutitegeera era china connection nemugamba nti I am returning back to Uganda. I mean to UK. Sija kudda. I will never return. Then I end up at the airport in Tebe. I have the picture, the last picture we took at that point. Together. I have to go back and continue my studies. Sure. I paid for a ticket. Back in the day, could book straight away at the airport. I mean, I had already a ticket, but I changed it. I paid something like $150 and put on the next flight. Yes, my friend, how are you? Hey, how are you? I'm fine. I'm coming inside. No worries. Okay, see you in a bit. Yeah. So, that was the situation. This is a long story. It's going to continue. I have more revelations. I have more revelations, let me tell you. Don't mess with this story. It's a long one. So, I have this flow. Nabanyumiza nasanga mu ddwaliro bye baŋŋamba abasawo. Basawo ne baŋŋamba nti she's been coming here for almost a year. Abadde mulwadde. Nakubuulira. She's always in the shop in Uganda. So, benefit of doubt, people.